like this, dude.
Really?
The reputation, the Glock reputation really precedes them. This is an excellent piece of hardware. As far as, I mean, since I only have 2 guns, people, so I'm by no means an expert. But if I had to pick which one it's closer to, as far as the overall gun, I'd probably pick the SR9, the full size, basically based upon the size and just the overall feel of the gun. But the recoil, I would put on point with the compact.
Oh, cool.
So it's very similar to, I guess, what I'm used to, but it definitely has its own flavor to it. But I like it, man. This is the first time I've ever really had decent time to cut loose with a Glock, and the first time I've ever shot a 19. So
now, sight comparison between the Glock and the Ruger?
Honestly, it's probably, if you boil it down to actual time, it's probably pretty close, but it's kind of an unfair advantage simply because I've got so much trigger time with this that I'm used to it, so I can acquire them fast. On this, I tend to stay on the front sights more simply because I train for self-D most of the time, but on this, I can go on the rear and line it up quicker with this.
Gotcha.
If not as quick, simply because I'm used to this. But I have no doubt that with ample practice with this thing that I could get really fast with it as far as sight acquisition.
Cool. So
I like it, dude. I'm pretty much sold.
Good stuff.
This is good stuff, man. Austrians know how to make guns.
Yeah.
Rock on. But I still love you. I still love you too, baby. Don't be mad. You two get along, okay? Okay. Jimbo Fox with the Glock 27. First time I've ever shot it. So this is as a first impression that I can give you guys. So if it knocks me out, Keelan can have my riggers. Damn, dude, you weren't kidding. Whew. Okay, first impression. I completely agree with Keelan. The recoil in this is significant. Obviously, based upon the caliber and the smallness and the frame of the gun, that makes sense. But it's not excessive. You know, I wouldn't call it overbearing. It just takes some getting used to. And since this obviously is a compact gun, it's designed for self-D, so the situation's going to be over either by you dying or the other guy dying. So you won't have a chance to feel the recoil until hours later.
Right.
Because it's going to be like, boom, 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 oh shit, he's dead. You know, that kind of thing. So for self-D, man, I wouldn't see this being a problem. I'm not really used to 40 cal since all I primarily shoot is 9mm and 38 special, which is basically the same thing. But the only criticism I could give it, to make an extension plate for this.
They do have a base plate extension for the magazine. Okay. I just like it just for concealment.
Personally, with me, that would probably make a difference.
Yeah.
As far as recoil management, simply because I'd have a more sure grip on it, because all 4 of my fingers would be lined.
Gotcha.
And I could probably improve my accuracy that way, simply because the purchase I'd have on a gun would be a lot better. But it's not, even though your pinky's hanging just a little bit, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. You know, I mean, it's manageable.
Good.
But overall, man, I'm impressed, dude. It's digging.
Good stuff.
I'm really digging it. This is a good gun. Okay. Recoil is a little bit heavy. Not to the point where unmanageable, but just like the Glock 40 cal, make sure you got a really solid grip on it before you cut loose. Stinging my hand a little bit, just digging into the meat, but again, not too bad. The action on it is really smooth, so as far as that's concerned, Kimber's really living up to their reputation.
How's the trigger? The
trigger is lighter than I thought it would be. I guess that's why the first shot I was like, holy shit, you know, because I was expecting more travel. But for 1911, it's pretty refined. You know, it's definitely a lot more sophisticated than the ones I've shot. Ones I've shot have been Tauruses and Llamas, and I shot a Colt once, but never a Kimber. But this is pretty cool, man. It's a very, very refined gun.
Good stuff.
Not what you'd expect from a 1911, but it's good stuff, man. This is neat.
For this being comparable to a Glock 19, correct?
Yes.
All right. Obviously, well, I wouldn't say. Well, the barrel length is comparable, but the grip size is obviously, well, after shooting a Glock, slightly longer. So it kind of gives you more of a full-size grip feel with a compact slide. I really like that. There's no recoil. I think that's what kind of threw me off, because when you shoot, at least when I shoot my Glock 19, it is significantly lighter, I think, in the hand, and so the Glock 19 is going to recoil a little more, so I have to adjust for that. I like that. Trigger is nice, no complaints. I like it. I really like when it's loaded. It has that very visible loaded chamber indicator, very similar to the Springfield XD. The Glock's is non-existent, but it's just a nice confirmation that there's a round in the chamber. You're cocked and locked. I really like that. I like it.
So final thoughts. What do you think?
I'll be buying one.
Both
Simple.
of them?
Simple. Eventually, but I'll definitely go with the C first. Absolutely.
It's the better.
God, that's just night and day. Night and day. I can't say right now that I like it more in my Glock, but once I get it, I guarantee you it'll probably win my heart over like that. I mean, I mean, if I practice with it another couple range times, I'll be able to bring those shots down, but I couldn't do that when I got my Glock the first time. Not even close. So, first shooting impressions, I mean, shot placement was decent, but the gun was just great. Period. Good stuff, man.